Still no Milburn. Before you ask, still no Milburn. And of course, pretty soon we'll get to the point that even if we see Milburn, we won't know that it is Milburn because he too will shed his antlers. And other than him coming up and being tame with us, we won't have any way of recognizing him. As long as he's got his antlers, we would, because there's not really many that have that weird combination of antlers that he did. But anyway, we get asked all the time, have you seen Milburn? No, we haven't seen Milburn. Hello there, Lucy. Feels a little better out here, doesn't it? Yeah. I want you to look at this. This is Saturday. And look at the yard between the house and the lake. The snow is just about all gone. The ducks have a much bigger area cleared out down here, and they're just continuing to work on up the creek. It looks like they just keep going further on and I guess chipping away at that ice, and they'll have all of the shoreline cleared out pretty soon. I guess our little guys are here and there and enjoying being able to get to the grass and find something to eat. We've been feeding them, of course, but I'm sure they like to pull up their own clover out of the ground. And of course, deer eat some dirt, and I don't know what all they eat, but they do like the bare ground better than the snow, I'm sure. And they can get to the water, and the lake, I'm sure, is thawing out. It's going to get better.
Will you look what's going on? We have a deer menagerie. Will you look out here? We got 4 babies up here on the porch, twins and trips. And look at this little buck right here. He's a pretty little guy. He's got little horns. This will be his first horns. He's one that's going to be a nice one. He's going to have some pretty good horns for his first horns. Look out here. There's old TC. Old TC, he's wild, but boy, he's not very wild. They have made a mess right here with all the snow and stuff. I've been throwing them a lot of food.
I think you're going to have to throw them a lot more. They're hungry.
You think, well, it's late now, and the snow's really slowing them down.
And the feeder is empty, I think.
Well, I don't know. I had plenty in it. I've been throwing out a bit too.
They are hungry. You're going to have to give them some extra food.
They are hungry. How many's there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 16, I think. There's old Whitey right there. He's old flathead.
Two out in front.
Oh, there's 17 or 18 deer. That's a mom and her baby right out there. Is that one of our babies?
I think ours are on the porch. No?
No, that's one of ours. That's Nina out there.
She just took off. I think she was, because she was on the porch. Where are you going, Ranger? Eat up here where the easy food is. Ranger, he likes to go run with the big dogs, don't he?
Oh,
that's Ranger.
That's Ranger? Yeah, he does. He likes to get out there and throw a little deer feed out there too. Try to throw it out in some dry areas.
They say, thank you very much. We'd like more.
Well, it's Sunday morning, and the deer, they haven't had as much to eat the last 3 or 4 days. You see the snow's just about gone. It really changed a lot.
Well, tell them why we're not in church.
Well, it's too early for church right now.
Well, yeah.
But we can't go to church today because I have my second COVID shot, which I'll do after I get that COVID shot. I'll give you a report on how that goes. That is 12:30. So, we go to church at 10:30. It's out at 11:30. It's 77 miles over to where we get the shot. So we can't get that shot done today. We can't go to church today because we got to get that shot. It's been canceled twice. And plus the fact that we're still working on that water. But that water, I'm believing, is going to be fixed before dark today, Sunday. I'm believing. I was believing that yesterday. We fixed it yesterday, and then it blew up again and we turned the pump on. We have. Your little bumps are getting a little bigger. Yeah, your little horns are getting a little bigger, buddy. You might have some pretty good horns. Yeah, your daddy's a big Oklahoma buck, TC, and your mama's a big Iowa doe. They're so much enjoying the snow being gone. You see, Forrest is down there around licking around in the digging in the ground. Jenny's over here digging in the ground. They're getting little bitty pieces of green. You look right here. This is the little bitty stuff that they're eating right here. Little bitty tiny clover. See, Lucy, eat that clover that I picked right there? You're gonna have to pick your own, Lucy. I'm not picking your own clover, but I'm gonna plant you some up here pretty soon. Yeah, we're gonna do some Okmulgee River seed plots for you. We're gonna do about 80 acres, and about half of them will be inside the high fence. And you can, some of them will be right here within sight of the house, where you'll be able to eat every single day. Because you don't like to go very far away, and I don't like you going very far away. But they're like I am. They're just digging this great weather, and we're gonna have it here for several days. In fact, you know, I've said it along, once we get to the 15th or 20th of February in this part of the country, in the south, we turn the corner. We're still gonna have some freezing weather. We're still gonna have some bad weather. We even have big snowstorm. We have them in March. But they only last for a day or two. They don't last 14 days like this last one did. And then the warm weather will come right back. It's actually, we're having some 60 and 70 degree weather here in the end of February. Isn't that amazing? I love it.
Well, it is Wednesday morning, and it is beautiful out here. Lucy is eating a lazy, I guess you would call it breakfast in bed. I didn't realize she was out here, and looked out, and she was laying on her mat. So I just served it to her in bed. She is doing fine. She didn't come begging at the door. I guess she knew that Jimmy wasn't here. He has gone on a film trip, and it looks like we have a yard full of our family and our friends and more. And if you'll look around, you will see that there are no antlers. Even OTC has been stripped of his antlers. And so he's not nearly as arrogant as he was. He knows how it is to be just one of the guys. I don't know how many deer are out here, but there's plenty. There's 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And we're only supposed to have 5 total. I see 2 of our babies. And I see, looks like an extra baby. Hi there, Ranger. Come on up. And I thought I saw a Jenny. Yeah, there's Jenny. Hi, Jenny. I'll get your breakfast in a minute. And I know that I saw Forrest out there, so everybody's accounted for. Yeah, there's no, that's Ranger. There's Forrest. I'm gonna have to put a little bit more bolder collars on them so they're easier to spot from a distance. But I think everybody's here. It's a beautiful morning. You couldn't tell by looking around that we had so much snow and so much cold. It was 70 degrees here yesterday. Not supposed to be quite so warm today. The ducks have the whole lake to swim around in now, so we don't have them ganged up here like they have been. We have water, and all is well. Well, it's looking like it might come a little rain this afternoon. Jimmy has gone to Evansville, Indiana to swap out his Ram truck, and I think he's coming home with a granite gray one, so it'll look a little different. Our yard won't be full of red vehicles. So he was excited about that, and I had started to go with him because he's had kind of a busy week, long days, short nights, but I think he didn't want to go off and leave Lucy unattended and all of his little dear family. So he said, "No, I can make it. You just stay here." So here they are eating out of the bucket. I put food in their bowls, but and I gave them some grapes and some carrots, and that is such a crazy thing. I've got to get another bracket for my phone so I can set it up and have longer arms, because Jimmy has the one we've been using with him. So I'm going to get another bracket to put on here, and that way I can set it up and film them better when I'm by myself. But they seem to be enjoying eating out of the feed bucket. I think they think they're doing something that they shouldn't be doing, so they enjoy that, because it's the same stuff I put in their bowls. And this evening they're after their corn. Usually they go after their South Fresh feed. They like to eat that. They've had some carrots, and they've had some grapes and a little bit of lettuce. They didn't eat all their lettuce. The floor is still a muddy mess, but after the snow and everything was pretty muddy. So I'm going to have to get the hose out and hose this porch off sometime, maybe next week if it dries out good. Clean it up a little bit. As you can notice when you look out at our family of deer, you don't see any antlers. All the antlers are gone off of the ones that hang around here, so I'm sure that Jimmy will be doing some shed hunting. I think he's found one of Whitey's, so he's bound and determined to find the other one. Of course, just as he was getting into looking for them, we got the snowstorm. So, well, they're being ornery out there. Let's zoom in a little bit. Kind of chasing each other away from the corn. I took a couple of scoops out there and poured it out so these guys up here would have peace eating their catered dinner. So anyway, it's kind of a quite pleasant, damp feeling evening. And they say we'll get a little rain, so we just take what comes. But anyway, everybody seems to be doing well. Well, this is Friday morning. It's kind of a strange feeling type day. It's feeling kind of rainy, and it's still. And I have fed all of these deer quite a bit of food. Lucy is here in the yard, not far away, of course, in case more food comes out. And that's the way the rest of them are. You can rattle a bucket and deer start coming out from behind buildings, out of the woods. I think we have them spoiled. It's been a good week for Miss Lucy. She looks kind of like she needs to go to the beauty shop. She's kind of rough looking this morning. I might have to brush her back. And I don't know who that is coming there. That looks like that could be Forrest. No, that's Jenny and Forrest. Everybody's looking kind of crumpled up. I don't know what the deal is. We're all going to have to take a trip to the beauty shop. Yes, that's you, Lucy. Yep, that's you. Well, how about that? Jenny and Lucy both let me brush them. I didn't get Jenny brushed down as good, but they both stood there and let me brush them, so they look a little better. And that looks like that might be, that is Nina coming there. I sure do need to get a collar on her. It's hard to, from a distance, to tell her and forest apart until you can get a good look at their eyes. Of course, Ranger, he's got the white circles around his eyes. So once you get up close enough to see, it's easy to tell them apart. Now you can see Lucy is licking on Nina, and that is how their fur gets all crunkled up, I guess, because she's leaving Nina in a mess, and Nina is returning the favor. I don't know if that's like a massage or what it is, but they do that a lot. But then Lucy forgets to comb their fur back down and leaves them kind of looking kind of crunkled. But, and so Nina says, well, that's enough. That's enough. And see, there's another one going there with a crunkledy back. So I guess that they've been licking on each other, and that's why they look that way. Of course, now Lucy, she's still got that bare spot on her side where she, I don't know, for some reason wound up with a skin spot on her side. It did not puncture the flesh, but she just lost some hair off of her side, and we don't know how. It could be in there where the alfalfa is. There's, different things in there that they might, if they rushed out of there, be able to scrape themselves on. But whatever it is, it doesn't puncture the side. It just strips the fur. And it could be just they do it to each other. We don't know. We haven't seen it happen. So I don't know. That looks like there could be my little ranger boy coming with his big white eyes. White circles around his eyes and circle around his nose. He's still the prettiest little boy on the block, I think. But it's been a good week. We're glad to get rid of the snow. It's still kind of a muddy mess. Haven't got things cleaned up from that, but and it looks like we've got a little more rain coming, which we can use the hi, pretty boy. Hi, little boy. It doesn't look like he's had much problem getting all crunkled up this morning. He's still pretty. Hey, little boy. You didn't come to breakfast, I don't think, this morning. You done missed the breakfast bell.
Hey, everybody. I'm obviously not down at the Eagle right now, but we got in a neat little gift from Sharon Davis from Kentucky, and we just had to share it. Couldn't wait to send it down to Jimmy and Chris. This lady is so talented. She painted this from a picture she took off our Facebook page of Lucy. I mean, it's even got a little dog hanging out. Isn't it cute? She does these, oh my gosh, she's got some amazing feathers she's done of dogs and deer and elk and, I mean, just everything. And she's got a Facebook page called Busy Little Hen. And this lady is so talented. She just does jewelry and feathers and all kinds of neat stuff. And she's also got a Etsy shop called Crafty Art Creations. You need to check her out. She's not expensive. I've looked at some other stuff like this, and her prices are so good. And she is so talented. And I just want to give a big shout out to Sharon and thank her so much on behalf of Jimmy and Chris and Lucy and the little herd for this beautiful feather. It will have a place of honor at the Eagle.
We got some more goodies in from the Almond family, and we needed those last week, John and Kathy. Boy, we could have really used them last week, but we appreciate them, and they are the right colors. Boomer Sooner.